Oh, hey everyone, Desert Gold here. Just taking a little nap here in the beer nursery. Keeping an eye on old number 8 here. Checking out how things are moving. And it's looking really good. This porter has really come together. It's, as you can see, there's not a lot of active fermentation going. You recall from the previous video that I put the bag of cocoa nibs in there, and they've been in there for about a month, adding a lot of cocoa flavors, natural cocoa flavors, I might add, to the flavor profile of this beer. I don't know if you can see from that distance. I don't know what the camera's picking up, but if you can see, this beer has really clarified over this past month, and that's a big purpose of your secondary fermentation, to allow the yeast that's remaining to finish off what's left to be metabolized. And as you can see, they've done a nice job. This is really a beautiful dark amber porter, and it is almost well, I don't know if you could say crystal clear because it's black and you can't see through it, but it's not cloudy black. It's a very nice clear dark amber. So I'm going to let this sit and here for about another week or two. Then we're going to move it to the keg, and then we're really going to have some fun. Today's Saturday, nice day off. Thought I'd get caught up on some things. Checking up on old number 8 here is one of them. Gonna do roast a prime rib and do some reloading of a unusual caliber. So stay tuned, and we'll get going. Welcome to Beer, Bullets, and Beef. All right, for the beef component of today's video, we've got a fine 4.5 pound standing ribeye roast, beautifully trimmed. And what we're going to do is, first I'm going to rub it with a very nice Italian olive oil, I should say, Colavita. It's an excellent virgin olive oil. Just give it a try. We're going to also put plenty of minced garlic on it. I'm going to put a rub of Twist and Shout by Tango Spice. I don't know if you can see that, Tango Spice Twist and Shout. Also some Midnight Espresso, and obviously some fresh ground pepper. So we're going to see how this all turns out. Alright, so there we have it. Nice rub on it. Got, like I said, the extra virgin olive oil, garlic, the seasonings, some freshly ground pepper. We're going to let this sit and come to room temperature. Then we're going to put it over a searing heat of about 500 degrees for about, I want to say, 10 minutes, and then we're going to bring it down to about 250 degrees and slow cook it till we get an internal temperature of about 130, 135. We'll catch up with this one later. Alright, for the loading part of this video, we are going to be reloading not your most common round, but yet a very interesting one indeed. Last year I did a couple of videos about this round, the 9x25 Dillon, and pitted it against the 357 SIG. Pissed off a bunch of SIG people with it, but I don't have a problem with that. SIG, don't get me wrong, 357 SIG's a wonderful round. I was just showing the differences of the two. The 9 by 25 Dillon is, I'm almost sure most of you are aware, is a neck down 10 millimeter cartridge. Back in 1987, Eric Harding and Randy Shelby from Dillon Precision came up with the idea of necking down the 10 mil cartridge and making it into a 9 millimeter caliber bullet, or applicable for a 9 millimeter caliber bullet. Their theory was to stuff as much slow burning powder into the case as possible and get enough power out of that cartridge to get the 9 millimeter projectile qualifying in IPSC majors, which they did. The thing I like about the 9 by 25 Dillon is it's just one of those wildcat rounds that really intrigues me. You've got, as you know, you've got the capability of taking a 90 grain 9 millimeter projectile, in this case an XTP, stuff it full of the right powder mixture with a Magnum primer at the bottom, and that little puppy will close in at about 2,000 feet per second in some cases, some locations. There's a number of choices for powders. If you just want to load and not stick to the true definition of the 9 by 25, you know, anything applicable to the 10 mil is going to work. You have Blue Dot, you've got Accurate number 9, you've got Power Pistol, you've got my favorite 800X. For today's loading, I am going with my all-time favorite for 9 by 25, and that is Blue Dot. One of the things about this sport, if you want to call it, is the fact that you can do things for no other reason than just to have some fun. In this case, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some 115 grain XTPs. I'm going to stuff the crap out of Dillon case with it. See how fast we can get 115s going. The reason I like Blue Dot is because it fits into that power curve and burn rate for this round beautifully. Also, it creates a huge fireball explosion at ignition, and it's quite a scene at indoor ranges, and I just love creating a scene. Another neat thing about this is, let's say here's a factory 9 by 25 case. Hope it's in frame. You can see the short neck on it. Let's say you run out of your 9 by 25 cases. Simple fix is to take one of your 10 mil cases, put it in your press. Voila, you have your 9 by 25 case ready to go. So I'm going to load up a bunch of flamethrowers here, and we'll get on with the show. See you in a little bit.